Alright, I think we're streaming. Well, hello all to the, I guess it's 34th live multiplayer test. The main thing we have today will be we're showing more about the salvage meme. While not quite 100% completed, it's certainly a lot more interesting than it was. And some up-and-coming changes that we hope to have there. But without further ado, we'll get things started up. Okay.
That was a new sound effect.
Hmm?
I heard a Windows sound effect from something.
Yeah, it's because people are messaging me and they shouldn't be.
Ah, okay.
Why is this being so horrible? I mean, the frame rate on the game looks absolutely atrocious. I do not understand why. And that's just the weirdest thing. Let me try again. Yeah, I've been getting some like significant frame rate issues of late, and I need to check that out. Let's see what something accidentally got introduced or something. I mean, it could just be my system. Alright, so yeah, this is normal. Alright. Okay, no enemy this time. Alright, server's up.
Alright, one second.
We're in the meme ship, I guess. Okay, I should decide what we're doing here. There's two things I want to do. One is to kind of demonstrate a little bit about
User entered your channel.
About the salvage meme. Another thing is to sort of look at to see whether or not my changes to the engine thrust system is really working properly or not. Those are the main things I wanted to make sure of that was okay. So, Paul, are you joining?
Yeah, one second.
Matt's here now as well.
Excellent, thank you.
Okay, I'm launching. Sorry about that.
Now, the salvage beam also has some interesting potential properties, which will probably be made into its own separate weapon anyway. And that is that, in effect, it's a tractor beam. And so you can drag things around. Alright, let's start this up then. Yes, Paul. Alright. Oh, I left that in. Everybody just hit space bar. Oh, I forgot all about that. Darn it. That's a new campaign system I was putting in. And it was just a test. So yeah, just ignore that. Sorry.
Well, it's good to see it looks nice in the actual game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a new campaign system, but I'm interfacing it with Artisy so it can just be written over there, and it'll just import it straight without anything funky. It should make making campaigns that much easier. So, without further ado, so Ernest, since you seem to be the War Master in this case, could you shove me a lot of money so I can actually make all the buildings up?
Yep, since you're the builder, I'll shove you the money.
Show me the money. I'm gonna turn down the audio because I get the feeling everybody's not gonna be happy with all that. Oh, and while we're here and waiting for the building to actually happen. Okay, I don't know who's in front of me. I guess that's you, Ernest. I'm trying to test the brand new, the thrusters. So I changed the equation. So I'm coming up your butt, so to speak. So what I want you to do is to pull up ever so slightly. And I'm going to see what happens to your thrusting in the back. That's turning. You just pull up. Still nothing? Turn it.
I'm trying to remember the controls, just hold on.
No problems. Ah, there you go. So now you're afterburnering. Alright, so don't afterburner.
Actually, I'm not afterburnering, I just turned the throttle on the full.
Yeah, well, let's not do that. All I really want you to do is pull up.
Like,
okay,
aim your nose up.
Aim your nose up.
There you go, how's that?
Thank you. Alright, so what this is showing, interestingly enough, is the flame is actually should be proportional to how much of the rear thruster is actually being used at this point. So as you level yourself off, that flame should go down. So if you level yourself off, it goes down, and as you pull yourself so you're pointing straight up, it should extend. Now, the reason why it's not fully extended because he doesn't need his full thrust to stay aloft, believe it or not. But with the afterburners, it should, and of course it's not, should show 100%, but I guess it isn't.
Do I need to put the throttle all the way up to 100%?
Maybe. It should just afterburner, and it should just like.
Alright, now it's the bar is full.
Alright. So go to stop, and then, well, you're already too far away. Never mind.
Coming back down.
Yeah. I'll go back to the other building. I'm trying to see what I can do about the rear flames of the ships. I mean, it shouldn't just be kind of. Remember how it was like always on, almost all the way, then or off, never kind of in between.
Yes.
And so now it should. See, I'm seeing you firing now, and so it's more proportional to what the engine's actually doing now, versus not. So if you're just with your nose forward, your nose down, it won't fire at all. If you're afterburnering, it should just go completely on, which is what it did. So I'm watching you go.
That's the throttle. I just did the throttle, not the afterburn.
Okay. Well, it's definitely being used. It should do it anyway, or maybe it's a bug in the code.
Now.
All right, so the afterburner's not running right, but the full throttle is. Go figure. So now I can see you firing again, and now you're coming back the other way. So it's more realistic to what the engines are actually doing versus what it was before. Cool. Is my point.
Yep, I can see that. Essentially, when I afterburn and then stop afterburning, I see the thrusters turn off, which makes sense. Then I flip around 180, I see them engage to help slow me down until I reach 0 speed, which they shut off again. So
you do realize you blew out my engines, you know.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to happen on that first shot.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I just figured it would just take your shield to absorb it a little bit, not actually.
I have no shields, man.
I'm used to like in the other games, it's always been takes a lot more than that to damage yourself.
No, not in this case.
Keep in mind, you're using the autocannon ship, which I believe is basically the older design, versus the rest of us are in the beam ship, which is the old design. So
Right.
you're actually like one revision more powerful than everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I just figured it'd just be like, not. I saw his engine go out. I'm like, I hope that's just a glitch on my screen and not actually. Yep,
No,
it's real.
I can't move. I'm toasty. That's okay. We'll get a new ship out. Thank you, whoever's doing the research since I was talking. Now, what we do want to do is actually, I guess I should demonstrate it on live stream, is to actually make a salvage ship. All right. So I'll go into design. I'll hit defaults. Let's do something that looks kind of like a salvage ship kind of thing. We'll do a big fat guy right here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an extra row, and then I'm going to click on miscellaneous. And one of these things is the... Oh, we actually want to add a cargo bay. I know that's something Matt said that we have to do these days. And we also want to add in a... in the beam weapons, we have a salvage beam. And because we're going to be completely obnoxious with it, we're going to have 4 of them. Because, yes. Let's see what we can call this. Clean up duty. There you go. And yeah, I think that's kind of it. So we'll save it. He's an expensive guy. But that's okay. So do we have factors yet? Yep, so we do.
Yeah.
So, now, one of the things that Adam brought up a while ago was the speed at which the certain things build is far quicker now than it's really meant to be. And we'll have to see and have kind of discussions about that, of what it really should be, in one sense or another. Is my power really that low? Yeah, let's get rid of this stuff. Well, let's come back up, but yeah.
Sorry about that.
Hmm?
I was pushing buttons on the keyboard, and I don't think it affected you, but you flew up on my screen by accident.
Okay. Alright, fine, I'll do a respawn.
I forgot E actually does what it does. I was
No, E shouldn't. E shouldn't anymore. Oh, you don't have that reset. You might want to go into controls and hit defaults on the keys. Because E should just make you go up and down now.
That's what I thought it was supposed to do, and then you blew up. I'm like, well, oops.
Yeah, that got moved, or removed, but yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. Since we have a factory anyway, I'll kick out another builder bot because I can. Oops. Would help if that was up. And we'll do more power, I guess. right. Oh, this. Oh, I did design one. I just haven't made it yet. Now, there's something wrong with the music player, and there's a lot of debugging I need to do with a lot of this stuff, just to kind of play cleanup. Basically, right now, I'm just trying to get the infrastructure up enough to actually produce. Does anybody actually have 6,000 to produce that the one salvage ship at all?
Let me check mine.
No, you're the only one that has the most. Everyone has 2% or 3%.
Okay, fair enough. All right, now I'm Paul.
Yeah, sorry, I just froze up there. Let me try and rejoin.
I really wish I knew what was causing your problems there, Paul.
I guess we could go over my technical specifications on my machine, like at a later point, off screen. Can't imagine what would be the problem, but it seems to be happening.
I mean, you have an NVIDIA card. You're a 980. It's not that old. I mean, it's old, but it's not that bad, I guess.
It happened right as I tried to go to the asset screen.
It's definitely not the video card because I have a 980
I
as
had
well.
previously crashed because of a bad message,
Okay,
so it was probably that.
fair enough. I mean, I did delete mine, but
That seems to do it.
I'm gonna try and go to the asset screen one more time. Okay, I'm in.
I'll go to the SS screen and see what the problem is. Although, the problem is with coming back in, you get a complete game state. Now, I'm watching someone fly over the city. Actually, I can probably identify who it is. It's
me.
Ernest, yes. But I can see when you're like gunning it and when you're not, and that's kind of cool. So that's actually working the way it's supposed to. Admittedly, the afterburners should be gunning more. What's that?
I've been playing with the throttle adjustment on the WASD controls.
Yeah, they work a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, I like it. It's nice.
Yeah, no. We're improving. We're getting there. It's just, yeah.
The up and down only works if you're close to the ground. You can actually see that you're going up and down, so that's why I was down at the surface.
Well, I mean, you are going up and down anyway, but it's just you don't notice it as much.
Yeah, no, that's why I went to the ground to see if I was pushing the right keys.
Yeah, no, fair enough. All right. Okay, so what we're going to need to do... Oh, it started. Ooh, scary. I wonder how many minutes it's going to take to get that guy out. 3.5 minutes, yay. Alright, so we're going to need some sacrificial lambs. Not that we won't restore them, but yeah. Oh.
You want to design this easy to kill, essentially?
That will work too. I don't care. Basically, will come down to is the salvage. I have 4 salvage beams on it, so I kind of want to see about like capturing people and moving people around and doing other horrible things to them. That's basically what that's more about than anything else.
Alright, last words will be out after cleanup duty. You can shoot at that.
Okay, if you want, I'll make another factory so people can start producing things. So, Matt, I'm also making another research center. If you feel like upgrading it, tell me. The intention, honestly, is to upgrade the factory buildings So if you can concentrate more on the factory production, that'd be good. Oh, factory. Most of us can kick out these fighters that are very expensive a lot quicker. So you can get fabrication and that kind of thing going, that'd be great. And if you want to upgrade any building, by all means do so, and I'll send the builder bots to go do that. Alright. So since my ship isn't invalid anymore, let's see here. That's a good point. I really should start putting support in for the POV hats, and so I can just use the POV of my joystick to kind of strafe around, if you know what I mean. That'd be kind of cool, I think. I should do that. All right. So, who wants to be the sacrificial lamb to be salvaged and then de-rezzed?
I'm not currently engaged in anything, so I'll join up for that.
All right. Come near the city. Get down towards the ground, I guess. Assume the position, so to speak. And then we're going to shoot you up a little bit. And we'll go from there. I think a ship just came out. Yes, it did. All right. So, how many ships are being made? Okay. Well, who am I killing? Or hurting? Or doing something to?
I'm coming over here.
Okay. So there you are, Paul. So, oh, that helps. I'm in joystick mode. Yay. Okay. Alright, so what the demonstration is more about is I'm too far away for my beams to work. So Paul, if you could hold still, that would be appreciated. And so, if I shoot at him, it's just gonna go across the surface, if you will. Now the problem is these guys are actually very heavily armored, comparatively. Unless I hit a very special spot.
Yeah, I actually made a fish ship that's actually a lot squishier. That'd be easier. Right
Fair
next to
enough.
you.
Now what's interesting is if I grab Paul by doing this,
Ooh.
and then try to move away, I'm actually dragging him. You can see the trail. He's in my clutches because I have enough builder beams that he's stuck. He try to get away. You can't.
Well, let me try that now. I'm going to try afterburnering.
Go for it. You're mine. You can't go anywhere.
Do the engine trails work at all? Or?
Oh yeah, you're trying. You're failing, but you're trying.
Okay. Because I'm not using like the main thrust like in any like interval, so this is just afterburner.
Whoops. Whoa.
He disappeared.
Yeah, he really did. All right, we just launched him into.
Because I was afterburnering the whole time.
Oh gods. Look at his speed, 17,000. All right, you're on your own. Good night.
All right, I'll try and get back.
If it doesn't crash the system because you're going to a different sector. It's going to crash because he's going to hit the sector wall in a minute.
Oh man.
Wow. I was dragging him around though, so yeah, Matt, we have to make sure we don't launch people like a slingshot. That was kind of epic. All right. Yeah, that's a problem.
About to slow down to 13,000.
Yeah, 13,000 feet per second. All right, so this is 9, so I can probably reload at 8. Because he's
so cool. I can see the atmosphere now.
Oh, you're at the edge of the atmosphere?
Yeah, I'm seeing like the shield. Oh, I wish I had bandit camera. This is pretty.
Oh yeah, well I mean yeah, that's why I really love the new atmospheric shader. It is pretty. It is accurate. But yeah, you're like a million away, so. If everybody's okay, I'll do a reload since
Yeah,
he's
that's
gonna
fine.
Sure.
disappear into the ether, so to speak. All right. All right, I'm back in. And
So do I have to quit out and then?
yes, you should quit and come back in. Now, does anybody else want to be dragged around and that kind of thing? We didn't actually. Now, Adam went through all the trouble of building a munchable ship, which I presume is a little weenie ship in comparison. So I guess it's down here. So now what's interesting about this is I should be able to put a hole in him. And once he's disabled, although that's way too close to the ground, and I don't know what happened, but everything's frozen.
Yeah, I've tried to come in and it was frozen. I'm not really moving.
All right.
I'm in the lobby and I'm all by myself.
All right. We got into a weird salvage item, Matt.
Okay.
It says find item by ID is kind of where I am right now. 289. I don't know if it was an infinite PT loop, I don't know, or it was just happened to be where
I quit out.
Yeah, I seem to be in infinite. Let's see if it pops in the same spot. Nope.
I quit out.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. We were actually playing with this earlier today. So somehow it doesn't surprise me that there's a... I don't think you're ever changing the salvage SHI, actually.
I am. Either when an item is
No, you're not.
completed or when the total damage being done
Nope.
has been done.
Nope.
It then breaks out of the loop.
Yeah. Well, I'm an infinite loop then. But that's what's going on. See, raw damage is coming in at 0. That's probably why this isn't doing anything. So probably should put a break in there that if somehow the raw damage comes out to be 0, that it should bail out of the loop as well. Alright.
Okay.
So you know we're talking about line 2431, or around there-ish. Okay. Let's come back in and see if that, see if we can try this again. Alright, service back up.
Joining.
So should I try to munch Paul again? Or then again, Paul really wasn't, he was being controlled, I was grabbing him, but he wasn't really being problematic, meaning I wasn't actually eating him yet. So if there's a problem with the eat code, then yeah. So I want to see if I can capture somebody. So who wants to do a drive-by?
I will. What ship am I flying by?
There's this big tanker kind of thing down close to the ground. Let me move up a little bit. use the mouse controls. I'll get some altitude so the salvage beams aren't quite as ridiculously looking.
Alright, I see which one you are.
Yeah, the one that moved up. So I have a single beam coming out. Now, if you get within 500 feet of me, I can grab you. Is the intent.
Incoming.
If you're not damaged, I can't hurt you, though. You're flying below me, dude.
I know, for some reason you kept going up, and I was flying towards you, so.
Alright. Maybe we could blow up the damn buildings. See if I can get to a different angle on here. Alright. So now I have you. Can you escape my grasp?
Doesn't look like it.
Alright, now if I let go of you, you're going to fly off into the ether. Whee! Alright, you stayed.
No, I didn't have my throttle fully activated.
Alright, so what I want you to do is do a drive-by. So I'm up here, just turn around, come towards me, and I'm going to see if I can capture you as you come past. Because that's kind of also one of the questions, whether or not if people can get captured from this. So, wow, I captured you, alright.
That was quarter throttle.
Oh, dude, come on, try to full throttle, it's not a test. I want to see if I can actually capture you. If you're quarter throttle, I already know we can grab you.
Let's see, I'll come by with afterburners, full throttle.
Alright.
Give me a second. Get some distance.
Also get some speed up. Because
Yeah, no,
89 is not going to cut it. I'm definitely going to munch you there. Alright, come on towards me. Come at me! Yeah, afterburners seem to make things dip down. I still have to look into the equations for that. But if you just use your normal thrust, you should be fine. Alright, you're nowhere close to me.
Yeah, the aiming at you and flying towards you are two different things, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check the equations for that to make sure that the anti-gravity is taking precedence over preferable speed.
Because I had you in my target reticles, and I still am flying not near you.
Alright, try one more pass and I'll try to get near you this time.
Alright, I'm coming back.
Looks like those vector equations need a little more tweaking then. So everyone comes flying towards you. Alright.
Oh! I went really far, holy shit.
Oh wow, look at your speed, man! 109,000! Woohoo!
I was doing 300 when I passed you.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Alright, that's not meant to happen that way.
Yeah, that's, holy shit.
Okay, that's a bug. At least we know how to do it now. You're gone. You actually went to another sector without it blowing up.
I'm pretty sure.
I just froze.
Oh, everybody else blew up. That
Yeah, I
doesn't
went to
surprise me.
desktop.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's one of the main bugs I was intended to fix, but... Alright, the good news is you can come back in. The bad news is that, yeah, probably everybody's machine crashed. Because going to a different sector is a problem, but yeah. Alright, that was interesting. So the answer is, yes, you can capture a speeding ship if he's not going fast enough. And two, for whatever reason, it's building up speed, so they when they get released, they go, Pew!
Yeah, you had me for a second. I was doing 300.
Yeah.
And then you touched me for a second with the beam, and then you let go, and I was doing 10,000.
Oh, you're doing 105,000, dude.
I know, definitely 105. Yeah.
Don't sell yourself short.
And I was very far away.
User in your channel timed out.
Okay, someone left. But yeah, no, that actually kind of worked rather well. What's that?
It was that powerful he got thrown off of the TeamSpeak.
I guess so. Well, it was an interesting test. So one, the thrusters are, except for the afterburners showing up the way it wants, the salvage isn't quite working the way it's supposed to, but it's kind of amusing. I I will say, all right, what I'm going to do is sort of demonstrate what's supposed to look like, if you will.
Rejoin back in, or do you have to restart?
I'd have to restart at this point if you were going to.
User entered your channel.
Hello? Hello? So, what I'm going to do is, Matt, I'm going to volunteer you. And you should be able to join back in without crashing. Actually, I'm curious if you can join back in without crashing.
Okay, give me 1 moment. I'm reloading again.
Wow, I can see Mars.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to back off enough so I can actually hurt Matt here. Or not. Well, I just threw Matt. There goes Matt. Bye, Matt. I shouldn't have moved when I'm doing that. Okay, I need another victim. Because that didn't work out too well.
Rejoining in a bit.
Okay, I'll go to Paul. Or... who's down there? Adam! Alright, I'm gonna go grab Adam. If I can.
Oh, congratulations. We've produced a crash in a spot that I've never seen before.
Of course.
Looks like you're trying to calculate which triangle in the terrain I just hit.
Well, that's a thing. Fair enough. Is that true for everybody? No one can get back in?
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm just slowly cruising towards Mars right now.
Fair enough. Alright, so I'm going to blow up this little ship here that Adam produced, which was much more of a weenie ship. And now I'm pausing. Oh, that's right, because it's going to go in that infinite loop. Okay. Well, then I can't show de-rezzing. It's like anything else. It did work before. So yeah. So the idea is that once you actually are able to grab somebody and their hull, you can de-res them. Now this is working towards that. So I'm resetting the server. It's working towards that fleet-eating ship. And I think this shows that technically would work. If someone gets too close to the spider can net it. And then if it can shoot a hole in it, it'll just eat the insides out and then pull it in. What I wanted to show you is the first time of the existence of CMs in the game, component materials. Alright, so the server's back up, by the way. But with the advent of component materials, a lot of other possibilities in the game now open up, and it's meant so that, okay, you have ore, which goes to raw materials, which the RMs are, which is kind of the money of the game. But there's a thing above that, which is component materials. The idea is that raw materials is supposed to be like iron ingots or titanium ingots, that kind of thing. It's just raw metal. Whereas component materials is like computers and video cards and engines and thrusters, pre-built components. Hello. Pardon me while I shoot you.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Pardon me while I shoot you and grab you and do horrible things to you. I'm a little bit too close. I'm actually doing horrible things to you. Let me get a little bit. So once I'm past 500 feet, I won't be able to just up and grab you. If I can't shoot you. So the idea is that once we get enough damage on someone and they're disabled, it will start sucking out their components out of the ship with the salvage beam and give you component materials as sort of payment for doing that effort. But it won't work on shielded ships, and if you're not disabled, you can grab them, but you can't. See, now Paul's disabled. Now if I go up to Paul, I should be able to, if I can get close to him. Oops.
You just threw him into the ground.
Get over here! Oh, there he goes. He got the res. And there he goes. So I wonder what's different between something that was freshly baked versus what Paul is in. Here, I'll respawn a ball and run around.
I still see myself like in the sim screen.
Well, because I re-resed your ship.
I never lost view of myself though. It looked like I was just disabled and on the floor.
We are disabled on
Same
the
here.
floor.
His ship didn't disappear if it was supposed to.
Ah! Alright, let's try that again. Alright, Paul, hold still. You know that one works. The idea is that we want to have it, the ability... Okay, so now he's disabled. If I get close enough, it's going to light the whole screen so you can't see him anyway. And there he goes. He's just got disabled him. And he de-rezzed.
No, he's floating away right now.
That's
Alright.
what I'm seeing.
Alright, Matt and I had talked to that. We definitely need some work on the networking code for this kind of thing. We're going to work on it tomorrow, but... In any case, at least for the viewers, they can see what it's supposed to look like.
Would watching this happen in the asset screen be any different?
In the asset screen, or you mean the RTS screen?
In that screen, yeah.
On that screen. I mean, you should still be able to see everything. I mean, yes, it's more interesting instead of seeing... I mean, actually, could someone... They're going to respawn everybody. I'm going to hop back into my old ship. If someone would be so kind as to jump into the salvager ship, and so we can actually see what it looks like from afar versus actually steering it.
Just a question for the salvager ship. If I'm in the beam, can I shoot back or not?
Oh yeah, you can shoot back.
Okay, I didn't want to try that because that wasn't part of the quote, but I was thinking about it.
Yeah, no, you can definitely shoot back. So who would like to jump into the salvager ship?
I'll do it. Give me a second. I'm trying to find it for targeting.
Hit H.
There we go. Okay.
There you go. Now you're in it.
So how do you fire the?
It's like any other weapon. In this case, you do have to target your target because it's auto-targeted. Although this isn't. Don't target me because I want to see what it looks like from the outside.
We'll do Paul again.
Okay, where's Paul?
He's still on the ground.
All right.
I'm over here now.
Someone who's not on the ground, so we don't get monstrous reflections off the ground. Because right now it's still
Get
turned
off the
up green.
ground. I'm moving my way up.
All right. Okay. I see this behemoth of the ship coming to get you, Paul. Comparatively, I mean, he's definitely a lot bigger than you are. Okay, so start cutting a hole on them there. All right. So you gotta get within 500 feet, and when you get 500 feet, you can toss him like a ball. There we go. Oh yeah. If you hold it down and then you move around, he will move with you.
I got pushed.
It's not staying connected. Am I missing a button here?
No, you just hold down the fire button. It may be an artifact of being on the client end versus the server end. And as long as you're within 500 feet, doesn't matter where he is around you. As long as you keep having, do you have him targeted? I don't see the beams anymore.
Hold on a second. I lost my target. Give me
Okay.
1 second.
Now, once you target them, you grab them. I'd like you to use your strafe keys to see if you can move them around with you, which you should, but that's a thing. All right, so you're grabbing them. So now I'd like you to use your strafe.
I crashed the desktop when I pushed the E key.
Okay, that shouldn't happen. Did you ever save the update when you?
Yeah, I told you when I was on the surface, I was going up and down with the E and Q.
Oh, I know that, but did you, when you redid your controls, did you hit save?
Yeah. How else would it work in the game?
Well, you can hit apply and it will still work.
Oh no, I hit the apply and save.
All right. Well, we're waiting for you to come back in.
And what's the strafe key? I couldn't find those. Is it yeah, which ones are they?
The strafe keys? A and D let you strafe left and right. Q and E
okay.
let you go strafe up and down.
It didn't seem to move me when I did A and D, but I'll try again.
If it doesn't work, with A and D, you probably didn't save the control as much as you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll find out. Well, it didn't explode him, so he worked. It didn't explode him.
Yep,
I
fair
just
enough.
didn't go anywhere.
This is me strafing right, and then I'm telling it to strafe left. Looks like you're back in. Now, he doesn't change with you because you change orientation. He only changes absolute position around you. So, if you grab him again and then you strafe, let's see what happens.
Hold on, gotta retarget him again.
Okay.
Got him.
All right.
I'm holding down the D key right now.
All right. Don't fire and hold down the D key. All right. You need to go back in controls and reset it.
Hold on a second.
Yep. Just go to controls, default, save, and then yeah.
Yep, I did all the.
All right. Try it again. Hit D.
I'm pushing.
Whoa. Oh, you're definitely pushing him.
That's afterburner. I did the afterburner by accident.
Okay.
Am I moving? No, my thrusters are not coming on.
That is very, 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 very strange.
I reloaded defaults and I just moved all up with the E key. How about that shit?
Something's very strange then.
Alright, let me go back out and try to save the defaults.
Here, I just restarted. I respawned him, so he's got.
Alright, I'm gonna rebind my controls one more time.
Alright. Purposely trying to cut through Paul here. Alright, looks like you got him. Oh, there you go. Boy, he's yours. He's definitely yours.
That's interesting.
Alright, now you let him go.
I didn't let him go, he just disappeared.
No, he's still where he was.
I'm still here, yeah.
Yeah.
But, where's he at? Hold on.
Oh, did you try, or did you de-res him? I don't think you de-resed him.
I don't see anyone.
Alright, I'm gonna respawn him. Do you see him now?
I'm looking for him. Okay.
I'm
He's actually
firing.
further away from me than what he was.
Okay. It may just be some artifact sync. We're definitely going to have to do a lot of work on that, I think. To make sure that's all, But you can see the potential. I mean, you can... Oh, now he just jumped.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, you can't be moving too fast when you're targeting and trying to suck him in, otherwise he disappears.
Huh. Alright. Definitely going to do a lot of debugging on this then. But I'm hoping at least people in the live stream can see the potential in this, where it's like, okay, you now have a capture beam. Now, what the idea here is every repair beam and salvage beam has amount of thrust that it applies, which, if it's enough, can actually capture smaller ships, as you've seen. And the intention is, at least with the salvage beam, if you can hurt it enough, it'll start sucking out the innards and you get CMs and resources out of the enemy ship. Ideally, it's supposed to be, with a bunch of dead ships lying on the ground, that you can actually, get the resources back, and presumably computer performance back and that kind of thing. I will admit that the brightness of it is overkill right now, which also needs to be fixed. I will do something about that. Meaning, because when you're down too close to the ground, it's really overwhelming.
After a few seconds, they just break loose and Paul is bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm Team Rocket again.
Woohoo! Bye, Paul.
I'm noticing that it also whipped me around a couple times.
It shouldn't be moving you at all.
It did twice so far. When I grabbed Paul and let go, I was also moved from where I was at.
Oh, I can see an enemy builder bot just lighting up in the distance from here.
Well, we don't have any enemy builder bots, so I don't know what you're seeing, but that's okay.
Oh, okay.
It's probably a glitch in the terrain. Well, that's as much demos we can do for the salvage thing, unless we want to try some other experiments. So, what I want to do, so Ernest, I'm going to do a drive-by. Alright? So target me, and I'm going to do a drive-by at high speed.
Give me 1 second to find you.
All right. I'm in the old triangle ship. I'm firing right now. You should be able to see me. I'm probably behind you. Actually, I am behind you. So lower your nose, go left. See me?
Not yet. Hold on. Let me just go through. I see Adam.
And you should see me. Okay.
Are you on the ground or not?
I'm towards it. You should see my beams at this point.
You're flying now, right, or not?
Yeah, I'm going up.
Yes, I see you. Okay,
All right. So stay put, and I'm going to do a drive-by.
sounds good.
All right. So hold down your fire button so when I'm in range, let's see what happens. Wow. Okay. See. I was able to get by him.
Yeah, I saw the beam come out, and then you just kept going.
I'm kind of curious what my speed difference is, so I'm gonna do another drive-by if you would please. Just stay put, and I'll come at you. And yeah, it does slow me down, but not as much as you would think. I think if I was much slower, you could probably capture me. Let's see what happens with that.
Sounds good.
So if I come back towards you, and I'm under 300, so I'm about 200 or so. Alright, I'm at 300. Woohoo!
And there you go. See you later, Art.
Goodbye! 105,000. Yeehaw. Goodbye. And anybody want to see the nice sunset, the way it looks when you go in the high atmosphere? Here we go. Jeez. And what the planet looks like. Up. Yeah. Nobody knows how far off of Mars I've been. Yeah, we're hitting the top of the atmosphere. There we go. We're officially outside the atmosphere now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Twitch stream. Looks pretty nice.
Yeah. That's a thing. All right. Well, those are the main things I wanted to demonstrate off as the salvage beam, and obviously it's still a work in progress. But next time we'll have not only salvage beam but a repair beam, so you can do damage or undo damage. And the idea with that is now you can also reload weapons if you're a missile boat and things of that nature. That's coming. So it's 4:26, so we're about an hour in. Do you want to cut it here and then just say, hey, we're going to do this other stuff next time?
That's about all I have time for anyway.
Okay, well, there you go. Well, again, thank you all for coming, and definitely the other potential is we can throw derelict spacecraft at enemy cities, because you can sort of like get a running start and go, what, and chuck them at it. We've done that.
I said yes, you can.
Yes, you definitely can. So, yeah, it's going to be a thing. All right, let me exit out. But, yeah, that was kind of fun. I mean, it's always the fun playing with the new crazy stuff, if you know what I mean. So, again, I thank you everybody for coming, and we'll have more for you next time. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye all.